The Fund Database is an independent information service for retail investors as well as for professionals. The focus is on sustainability characteristics, not a fund's financial performance. It answers questions such as, how well does my financial product compare with the Paris climate goals? What kinds of companies is it invested in? And what kind of awards or labels does the product have? Using these kinds of positive criteria, you can find funds that invest in relatively sustainable or climate-friendly companies. And by using negative criteria, you can exclude business activities that you are opposed to. The fund labels and other information are supplied by external providers or awarded externally. The fund rating methodology differs depending on the provider. You can check whether a label or rating meets your expectations on the websites of the respective providers. The labels and ratings on My Fair Money focus on different aspects. Therefore, they may appear to contradict each other. For instance, the Paris score on the front page examines a fund's alignment with climate scenarios. Meanwhile, the ISS ESG Fund Rating Stars includes various information on environmental, social, and governance topics. It shows how a fund performs relatively to its peer group. In the fund details section, you can also find the total ESG score of the fund. When it comes to negative criteria, we want to be as transparent as possible, so we've enabled you to filter as strictly as you choose. For example, if a given fund includes a cigarette producer, we've marked it as active in the tobacco sector. We've also enabled an expansive definition for weapons and armaments. For instance, you will exclude not only manufacturers of internationally outlawed weapons, but even logistics companies that transport tanks. Further explanations can be found in the info buttons. This strictness means that the list of results can quickly become very short, or display a lot of controversial business activities. If the information on controversies differs between a fund provider and My Fair Money, it is worth asking the fund provider about how they define the excluded sectors. For instance, do they also exclude the processing and sales of end products? Do they tolerate sales of controversial products or engagement in these activities to a certain extent? All of the filters have one thing in common. Selecting funds according to these criteria can indirectly send a signal to the companies behind them and thus have a positive effect. However, this effect is not yet measurable and verifiable. Whether that is enough for you or whether you reconsider your decision to invest is up to you. Perhaps you are wondering why the fund database is not filtered directly after the sustainability questionnaire. Why didn't you get any product recommendations? This is because My Fair Money is not a financial advisory or brokerage service. We do not collect a complete customer profile from you. Therefore, we are not in a position to recommend specific products. My Fair Money is an independent information service to provide clarity and help investors choose financial products.